Okay, welcome back. This is part 5 of Crash Landing, and I'm going to begin my preparations for exploring my first city because I want to start doing some pneumatic craft nonsense. I hate that mod, but it's I gotta deal with it. It's Crash Landing, and I need to get some Tinker's smeltery parts so that I can craft some other things and other tools with that mod. But first, I should probably make some sandwiches, as you're seeing right now. I'm making the dough. As you can see, I've been getting a lot of gravel ores and stuff. That's quite nice. Every now and then I need to refill that crucible with leaves. But right now I have plenty of water, so... That jungle tree sapling will have its use later on. Right now I'm just planting oak trees for the leaves. The only reason why I don't plant jungle trees is because jungle trees grow quite tall. They grow quite tall, and kind of a pain having to climb the tree and slowly but surely harvest all the leaves and the logs, jungle logs. Every now and then I do take a break and I just mess around with the mobs that do spawn during the night, especially the ghast. Funnily enough, this ghast does come over and try to attack me with the spider on top. See? I've added a chest and now I have a bunch of leaves ready to go. So when I come back, of course, from my trip to a city, I'll have plenty of water and I won't have to worry about refilling. Right now, I'm making more Invar blend using this, I guess you can say, grinder from Apply Energistics to make my Invar blend. I'm doing this so I can make some armor. I need armor for sure. I'm not using this armor. It sucks. It barely gives you any protection and really heats you up. I'm not saying the Invar doesn't heat you up, but it provides more armor points. And I don't have diamonds at the moment. I don't got enough diamonds for a lot of things, so I'll just use this for now. And I won't make a chest plate just because I need my camel pack and jetpack. Now I'm going to be crafting the jetpack. First I got to make that and then add those together, and then there we go. We have the leadstone jetpack. Now the leadstone jetpack isn't that great by any means, but it does its job. It's better than a stupid potato jetpack or whatever it's called. Since I came with a needle gun at the beginning of the mod pack, I'm going to be crafting more needle gun ammo. Just so I can shoot enemies from a distance. Because at the moment, I don't have the best of melee weapons. That's why I need to go to the city and get a Tinker's Smeltery, all those tools, in order to make better tools. Now I need to craft a sleeping bag. I have plenty of string, but you'll notice soon that I make a mistake. I craft the wrong stuff. Yeah, I don't need that. I don't need that. I was like, oh crap. I can't use this for anything. I need carpet, not that. And then I had to figure out okay, so how can I craft wool? Looked into it and I realized I had the materials. I just needed to go to my farming area. You can use cotton. If you didn't know. That's the thing. To make string. So now I'm going to get my cotton. I do have plenty of cotton to do this. Now there we go. I need this so that when I'm traveling I can sleep on the ground with the sleeping bag. I can't forget the portable tanks. I need this. I'm going to store it in my golden bag of holdings. More space, the better. Just making sure I have everything I have before I leave. I do end up spending a couple of minutes just making sure I have everything, but that's so that I'm prepared. And I realize that these Invar tools are crap. Like they're very slow at mining, but they have more durability than my current tools, so I have to go with the flow on that. In here I'm just trying to figure out what I need for these quests, salvage operation. And before I leave, I gotta make sure I have a waypoint just so I know where I am stationed at. Imagine flying away from your area, your base, and you realize that, oh, I can't find where my base is. That'd be bad. Anyways, off to the very first city of this playthrough. Look how slow it brings you up. I already used like over 25-30% of my energy. At least the jetpack works, right? Yeah. Slowly but surely, I will find my very first city. Now, the one thing I need to do is that I need to be very careful. I'm gonna put my armor on even though it's gonna heat me up. I need to be very careful. The number one enemy I have with cities, I believe, involves zombie pigmen, because they are aggressive and they automatically attack you, like no matter what. Just like how spiders automatically attack you, the pigmen are the same way. Now what I'm doing is I'm looking for the spawners, and as you saw, a bunch of pigmen spawned. And these the spawners are located in very hidden areas. So first I need to eliminate these pigmen, and then I need to find these spawners. And I know where they are. I've played Crash Landing before. It's just I'm being careful because I do not want to have to die and come back. I know one's buried under here, so that's a start. I know there's another pigman that I need to kill right here. Now I won't be showing myself clearing every single building, but I'll be showing just a few so you can get the idea of what I did. I look around and I'm like, okay, I need these things. I need all these things. As much as I can get. The more the better. So it's all free. Checking my quest book, making sure that I'm collecting what I need, and I still need to collect more stuff. And another thing I like doing is marking where I am, like the city, just in case if I die, I know which city I died at. Otherwise, I would never be able to retrieve my stuff. Yeah, somehow the skeleton shot me, but didn't do damage. And also, trick shot. Boom. Now, every time I go into one of those smeltery towers or buildings, I'm always looking for cobalt, ardite, and aluminum brass. Those are the best materials you can make or get in Crash Landing and make some very strong tools. Although I don't, it's rare, unfortunately, quite rare, for a good reason too. Now you notice that some of these buildings are like half destroyed, and well, sometimes the randomized generated cities have these structures that overlap with each other, but that's fine. I mean, it's not really a big deal. You can still find stuff that you need. Now, I'm not a fan of these little towns, but sometimes you do get good stuff, and you'll see in a moment that I do get some decent items. Yeah, that zombie pigman really surprised me. I didn't know where it came from. I thought it broke all the spawners. It's just like surprising. Look how much. Notice how much damage that did. 4 hearts. And I still had armor on. I go to a different building because I'm like, screw that. Now, every now and then I have to refill my camel pack. Luckily I have these tanks of water, so I don't need to worry about that. Boom, miniature green heart. Now, unfortunately, in Crash Landing, there really is no use for the green heart other than consuming it and you get a bunch of hearts back. You can't use it to make green heart canisters, which I was, at the time, thinking that that's what you use them for, but now it's just for healing, like god apples or notch apples. These cemeteries in particular are really going to help me get hearts in the long run, I'm telling you that now. Because I've found more hearts, miniature red hearts, than just simply killing mobs over and over again. You don't see them often, but you do get some good stuff from cemeteries occasionally. I'm collecting wood just in case I can. I need to craft something and I can make a workbench. Cause I didn't bring wood for some reason. I should always do that. Now onto a different city. I start finding these bigger buildings, but the stuff is relatively the same. The loot tables is same stuff overall. Occasionally you do find miniature red hearts, but they're rare, so. Now I'm going back to the salvage operation main quest line, and I need to find more of those blocks. And then there I need to okay, I need to craft that, make some progress here. Move along so I can figure out what I need for the other quest that's locked. Just like that. Am done. I chose clay because I don't have much clay right now over the bricks, and you get it like a stack of bricks there, so it's pretty obvious. Put the book away. Now I just need to see what else. Scorched drain and scorched stuff. Now we're 60% done. Unfortunately, the next two quests involve finding a reactor city and finding some of these components, and that's going to take a long time because I know for a fact that reactor cities in the newer version of Crash Landing, the latest version of Crash Landing, they're quite rare, those cities. I call them industrial cities, reactor cities, just because why not? I mean, it's like an industrial zone and you have like reactors everywhere. And occasionally you do find these random farmhouses, I guess you could say. And look, I did find Ardite. Only 2 ingots though. I'm just gonna say this now. You don't really have to break the spawners inside these farm buildings. You can just go to the top where you get a bunch of seeds and wheat blocks occasionally, but this is okay. There. And you find a bunch of stuff. Some seeds I actually don't have, so I was like, okay, I need to take these. Now, after exploring for quite a while, I do find my first industrial city. And what I mean by that is just you get these buildings with orange markers, and that tells you that you can find pneumatic craft stuff in these buildings. And I need that right now because I don't have any of that. There you go, lightning seeds and compressed iron. Yeah, there is a spawner under here, so you always have to break them. Now, it says corroded, but you can use compressed iron and fix the pressure chamber walls. That's why I'm collecting them. And I'm placing cobblestone down so I can mark them. And I feel like these are the best kind of buildings. These particular with the elevator shafts, elevator frames, because occasionally you do get these assembly units, and it's quite rare to see a building like this that's buried, but it's not like destroyed by dust. And you do get destabilized redstone. I don't show myself looting every single building, but that last portion of the video shows you generally the stuff I'm looking for. I continue to get more pressure chamber walls. I'm getting a lot just so that in the future I could make a maxed out or a 5x5. I don't think that's necessarily maxed out chamber wall chamber structure. However, I'm just preparing for the future. That was quite cool, honestly, that creeper explosion. Now I'm still looking for Ardite and Cobalt. There we go. That's quite nice to see. A little weird how these two buildings are next to each other, but yeah, it's whatever. Gotta eliminate these blaze spawners. Get more aluminum brass. Alright, anyways, that wraps up part 5. Now I can craft a tinker smeltery, high oven, and start working on the pneumatic craft stuff. So yeah, that's great. I just need a good back, obviously. Hope you enjoyed watching, and see you next time.